Hi everybody. This video is called Even One Negative Thought Will Make Your Dream Not Happen. And this is a great video because this information is really needed for people to understand how, the universe works in creating your dreams and bringing to you that which you know that you will have. Okay, so oftentimes you get a vision about what it is that you'd like to have in your reality, and it's not even coming from what you would like to have. In a sense, it's coming from your soul, it's coming from your higher self. And your higher self is telling you, this is what, I'm calling you towards, this is what you are to become. So, what happens is that vision becomes, that vision keeps us going. Like we decide that we would like to have those things and we move forward within that vision towards our goals, towards our dreams. And then we start to wake up and realize all the thoughts, all the beliefs, all the ways in which we are not in alignment with our new vision. So people oftentimes give up. People think, oh, this is too hard. Why try? And the beliefs start just going and going and going. So the reason I wanted to tell you that every negative thought takes you further from your vision is because this is important to change these negative thoughts. I used to believe, or you've probably read that if you can get over a certain point, what's that called? In science, where you get over that 50%, like you get to the 51%, and then everything starts to kind of roll. Well, that's true. So, in a sense, when you get to, what's that called? Critical mass. When you get to the critical mass point, over 51%, what ends up happening is it's much easier for you to move into your vision. So after you're past the critical mass point, and most of your thoughts are positive, most of your actions are in alignment with your new vision, that 51%, things just kind of start to, move more easily into the vision that you have for yourself. So I say even one negative thought will make your dream not happen, because that's also true. After you've reached critical mass, it's much easier for you to move to that 100% space where you are just in it, you are living it, you are feeling it, you are breathing it, it's everything that's within you and without you. That's when you have your vision. That's when you are your vision. So if, say, you're at 99% and you're still having that one negative thought come up every once in a while, you have to eliminate that one negative thought. So let me tell you a little bit about what happens. People will do really, really, really well, and they will do all the things, that are good for them. They nurture themselves, they love themselves, they're growing, all of that. Then they'll get to a certain time. Usually there's a trigger. Usually there's something that happens in a person's life, whether that be seeing someone or seeing some family member that triggers something in you, you getting emotionally stressed and tired because you didn't get enough sleep. And then if there's some kind of trigger, something that happens that pushes you into negative thinking. And once you get pushed into that negative thinking cycle, you basically, like, let's do a time span of a month. So in a month's period of time, for 3 weeks, you're just feeling it, you're feeling great, you've stepped into your vision, you've in a sense aligned with that which you are becoming. Perfect. But then something happens, you don't get enough sleep, whatever. For me, if I don't get enough sleep, that's a big one. I have to get enough sleep, and oftentimes I don't, and that is when everything does fall apart. So, anyway, I just want you to think about this in your head. If you have all this positive stuff happening and then you have the negative stuff, and oftentimes when we get negative, we don't let it go. Like if I didn't get enough sleep, say I only got 4 hours of sleep and I wake up, I'm so tired. Every single thing gets affected in my whole day. And so I start thinking negatively, and then basically as I'm doing these negative thought patterns and feeling this way, I'm erasing all the good that I just did in the previous 3 weeks. So basically I've canceled out all of my positive with the negative. So it's really important to find out what things work for you in your life. For me, it's sleep. So I need to make sure that I get enough sleep no matter what. Even if there's work to still be done, even if I think these things need to happen, basically for me, sleep is number one. If I don't get enough sleep, everything falls apart. So it's not worth the little bit of extra work that I got done because I don't feel good the next day. So find out what those things are in your life that are a necessity that you absolutely have to have in order to stay in a positive mental state. So for me, I have to sleep. Number one, I have to sleep. Number two, I have to eat well. If I don't eat well, everything falls apart. Number three, I have to exercise. If I don't exercise, everything falls apart. If I'm mentally and emotionally not stable, there is no way that I can stay in a positive mental attitude. So there's probably a few basics for you, the few things that you must do in order to keep yourself vibrating at a very high level. And then if you know what those things are, really ask yourself, what are those things in your life? And then do those things consistently. And it will take time to consistently get into the routine and into the habit of doing those 3 new habits. So it's not like you have to change your whole life or become something that seems impossible. If you want your business to succeed, if you want a good relationship with others, you have to be radiating positive energy. People are not attracted to negative energy. People are attracted to positive energy, especially really powerful positive energy, because energy is just like that. People are magnetized to energy that's powerful and very positive. I'm sure they could be magnetized to very negative, powerful energy as well, but I wouldn't recommend that route. So, get into alignment with what you need. Get into alignment with those few things that they just have to happen in order for you to have a good day, and everything else will flow. The business will flow, your kids will be, acting better, your relationships with people will be fine. So instead of trying to work on the relationships themselves, which seem near impossible, or instead of trying to work on work, work on those things that make you happy, because when you make yourself happy and you feel okay inside of yourself, everything just works, because that energy is a magnet, and that energy magnetizes all of the things that you've been wanting into your life. You do not have to change everything. You do not have to go into the mind and say X, Y, Z needs to happen. I need to push this. I need to get this way. No, you only have to get yourself feeling beautiful, harmonious, happy, perfect, whole. All those things that just magnetize everything else into your reality. Because if you can stay in a positive state of mind, then all those things you want just come. Being positive, being happy. You don't want to go around and think of all the reasons that the things you wanted haven't come yet, because the universe brings more and more things to people that are in a consistently gracious and positive, happy mood. That's just how the universe works. So I thought this video would be helpful for you. If you can find those few, things that you could do on a daily basis to make yourself happy and feel good, whatever those things are. Some people need a lot of touch. So some people might need to get a massage regularly. Some people have different things that really make them feel happy and important and special. And, from me having very different personalities in my children, I realize how different people are. So, their needs are not my needs. I have to stay very physically healthy, and then I'm happy. And some people need to stay emotionally happy or do different things emotionally or with relationships or in regards to touch or things like that, which for me are not my primary needs. So find out what works for you to make you happy. It's not going to be a list of 10 things. It's going to be probably like 3. And they're basics. Some people don't need a lot of sleep. I do. If I don't get a lot of sleep, I act like a psycho, basically. And actually, if I could find a word, just to let you know, I've not always been like this. This has been a lot years of work in getting to where I'm at now. If I could find a word to describe what I used to be like, I would use the word psycho, because that is not who I was on the inside, but that's what the actions that I used to portray. That is, when I think of myself back then, it was just like such a mess all the time. It's because I never slept. I didn't put my needs first. I tried to help everybody else, which I still do. I'm still like that. But it was like such a scrambled, confusing mess, back and forth, all around, everywhere. I was so crazy. I can't believe I made it through, for real. I don't know how anything ever manifested in my life, because I wasn't in a space of allowing things to come to me, because I was not happy. I was not positive. I thought I was positive. Like I would act positive, but it wasn't really positive. It was more like I was just a hyper happy, crazy mess. Anyway, so if I can do it, you can do it. And someday I'll write a book and I'll tell you all in detail what I went through in my life story, and you'll be shocked. Just to let you know, if I can do this in all the struggle, in all the things I've had to deal with, in all the ways that I had to learn to get to be like this, you can do it too. I've had nothing but nonstop adversity since the minute I was born up until about the age of 30. So it may not seem like that, because when you see me now, you're seeing years and years of me letting go of my old self and moving into the true nature of who I really am today. So this did not just happen overnight. This is years and years of work, reading, changing my habits, changing my daily routines, being consciously aware of the thoughts that I always hold, and transforming those, going to the depths of my inner pain and feeling that. It goes on and on. But I've done a lot of work, and I will continue to work, and I have so much more work to come, because this is our life. This is what we do. But you can do that in a graceful, beautiful, happy, positive way. You don't have to feel like crap all day. You do not have to suffer. You do not have to sit in this pain and act like it's just not going to go away and you don't have any control over it, because you do. Find the things that make you happy. If you don't know what they are, do a trial and error. Try different things, see how you feel. It's about getting to know yourself. It's about knowing what works for you and what doesn't. And just making sure that you do those things every single day. So I could basically get enough sleep, 8 hours, wake up, do my little run, drink my smoothie, and have my salad, and I'm good. That will put me in enough positive state that everything will just flow to me. And then it pretty much wouldn't matter what else happened during the day, and everything would be okay. But if I slack off and I get really tired, or I start thinking negatively, the negative thoughts that are going against what my higher self has planned for me, then I will not do my running for a few days. Then I will not get enough sleep. I will start freaking out. And then I start panicking because I know I'm on the wrong track, and then I get sick. And it's just a never-ending spiral. So if you find out the few things that you do to make yourself positive, then the negative thinking kind of goes away. Then you're in a positive space to magnetize your dreams to you, or to actually just become the vision in your head. I used to close my eyes and think about what I wanted to be like. Like if you were in meditation and you close your eyes and you think about, you think about yourself and how, you see your future self. Well, I did. I used to. And I'm telling you, I used to think of myself how I am right now. And I'm telling you, I never thought that could ever happen. When I would see that picture of myself in my mind's eye, I was like, wow, that seems like such a nice dream, but that's never going to happen. I'm so screwed up. I'm so messed up. The thoughts that I have, the feelings of not loving myself, all the things I've done wrong in my life. I felt guilty all the time and shameful for the kind of family that I had come from, and how could I ever undo this huge mess? Well, it was one step at a time. It was one belief at a time, one feeling at a time. And now I've stepped into that person that I used to see when I would close my eyes and try to visualize who I wanted to be, what I saw myself being in the future. So you can do that too. And I'm nowhere near perfect, but I have changed to such an extent that I would say, like in a month, we'll do the month's time span. I would say in a month's time span, if I had to put it all out into like a formula to make it more scientific, I would say like 85% of the time I am pretty okay. I still have triggers, and the triggers that I have are they're all hormonal, and I get them right around a certain time of the month. I'll start to really feel triggered, and that's when I need to make sure I'm taking my certain supplements. I need to take care of myself. I need to not schedule too many appointments. I need to not do so much work. I need to be in my little sanctuary of just being nurtured like a little baby. I need to take care of me and not, do too much to the point where I end up crashing, because I need to find that limit there. And usually when women are hormonal in that state, I need to not run. I need to just be with myself. So as we grow, we learn more about what we need. And then in those times, that you do start thinking negatively, just know that those negative thoughts are taking you farther away from what you are trying to become. So just so you have the big picture on what that is like, I will leave you with that. And I love you so much, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.